Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for visiting. Welcome to World Card Making Day today. How fun. I can't even remember the last time I was able to participate in World Card Making Day because things always come up. So I thought, why not get a video queued up and ready and share some inspiration with you today. So I hope you guys have fun hopping all around. There's probably Facebook groups, company groups, all kinds of groups celebrating World Card Making Day. You can probably go to the big retailers. They probably have links. They probably have designers who are participating. But me here, I'm just doing it with you just to share my love of making cards. So let's take a look at some of the products I used, and I'm going to share 4 cards with you today. So first up, I used a couple of my own paper pads that are from Impression Obsession. I used my Ease into Fall paper collection, and this is currently 40% off at the iostamps.com website. As long as stock is in, they will not be restocked, in other words. And I also used Daisy Chain. This is also currently in stock, but will not be restocked once it's sold out. So this is also from iostamps.com, 40% off. And then I also used a couple of my die sets. I guess just one of my die sets. This is the scalloped stitched circle set, but I think this one is already sold out. And then I also used just a regular circle from Spellbinders. You can pick these up probably just about anywhere, these Spellbinder dies. And then I also used a couple of dies from this collection. This is a super old collection. It was a collaboration between Sizzix and, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name, Prima Marketing, but it's super old. You'd have to look online and see if you can find the die set maybe, but this is super old. And then I did use a snippet from the Small Talk Ideology book from Mr. Tim. So I did use one of those. I also used some of my stamps from Whippersnapper. So let me go ahead and share them with you. I used Happy Days Are Here Again. And their website is whippersnapperdesigns.com. And then I also used Happy Harvest. It is MT170. And again, it's from Whippersnapper Designs. So MT170. I used MT125 Kitty Nap. That cute little kitty on the chair. And then I also used Fall Watering Can. And that one is MT174. I used Harvest Truck, which if you saw my previous video, it was a process video of making the card that I used this stamp on. And this is MT175 Harvest Truck. And then I also used my Montana Sweetheart stamp. This is AT673. And again, from Whippersnapper Designs. And then I used Spring Words Background, kind of an odd one to use, but I just really wanted something small. You can't even tell, you can't read the text even on my stamped card. I just wanted some text in the background, so I grabbed this one, and it's a Spring Words Background AT666. And then finally, the last stamp that I used is Pinwheel Background, and it's AT647. And this is one of my favorite background stamps. And you can see the background stamps are 3.5 by 4.7 inches. So they don't cover an entire card, but they, if you stamp them lengthwise, you can stamp them twice and cover an entire card base. So those are the stamps I used. Let's take a look at the cards. Oh, a couple other things I'll mention. I did watercolor all of them with pretty excellent watercolors. And this is the 36 count tin. And let's see, I also used a couple of eyelets. I pulled these out of my storage area where I have, you know, my hardware and stuff like that in my closet, my storage closet, because I wasn't using these things. So I decided to put a few in this little plastic container that I can just have sitting on my desk. And now I'm finding myself reaching for this and using these little hardware bits. So I did use some brads on one of my cards. And let's just go ahead and look at the cards, shall we? So the first card is the one that I shared in the previous video that I did. So I will link the video where I made this card in the description box. But you can see Happy Days Are Here Again. It's the harvest truck with the big pile of pumpkins, with the little bluebird and some sunflowers there. This stamp here that you can see is the Montana Sweetheart. And then I did use that sheet of paper from the Ease into Fall, is the pumpkins in the background. This card also has a really pretty spritz of glitter, and on all the cards I actually gave them a spritz of this Vanilla Wishes body spray. So they have a very pretty shimmer to them. On the inside I just put a piece of the pumpkin paper, and then on the back I put the last of the pumpkin paper and then stamped my handmade by stamp, and then promptly got ink all over the back. So it's not a handmade card unless there's random ink smears. The next card I have to share with you is this one. This also uses the same Ease into Fall paper pad with this blue sheet. I love this color. And then of course I painted my stamped image. I love the snail, I love the bee. I love painting watering cans for some reason, so this was a really fun image to paint. And so here you can see the Prima Marketing die, and this is also, I believe, the Prima Marketing die, the square. Actually, it's a rectangle, but you know what I mean. And then inside, I just put a little strip, and then on the back, I did the same thing with the last bit of the paper, just to use up all of that one 6x6 sheet. So that's my second card to share with you. My third card is this one, and it's the kitty on the chair. What was this one called? Kitty Nap, I think. Nap Kitty, maybe. So you can see it's painted again, stamped on watercolor paper and painted. I love all the colors in the quilt. It's like a grandma's crocheted Afghan, maybe. Little grandma slippers there by the chair, and the kitty is, of course, taking up residence there on the seat of the chair. This die is a Spellbinders die. I didn't bring it over here, but it has a similar notched corner detail like the Prima die. It just doesn't have the big fancy frame with it, of course. So you might, if you're looking for a nested set, look for on the Spellbinders site for one of these that has the notched corners. Here you can see in the background, that's where I stamped the background stamp. And then, of course, this card is lots of shimmer as well. And here you can see where I used the 4 different brads. Looks like that one might be a different color. And then inside, I stamped Happy Days Are Here Again. And on the back, I just stamped my Handmade by stamp. So, really fun card. The paper that I used here is that new one I got from Stampin' Up, which I think was called Wild Wheat, I think is what it's called. So I love it. It's so great. I love that kind of color. And then the last card I have to share with you also uses that Wild Wheat paper, but it uses it in the form of this die cut circle. And then here you can see my paper collection of the daisy chain. That came from this paper collection. So the background paper, and then of course the image is stamped on watercolor paper and painted with the same paints. And then here you can see where I put that little snippet from the Tim Holtz Small Talk booklet. Hello, my darling. I love that sentiment. I did add a little bit of twine here just for decoration. So I think this card is super cute. And of course it sparkles too. On the inside, I just put the last bit of the yellow paper down at the bottom, and then on the back, I did the same thing as the others and used just the last bit of the 6x6 Farm Fresh Handmade with Love by Anna. So those are my 4 cards that I have to share with you today. I hope you're inspired. I hope you have some time today to play on World Card Making Day and get out your crafty goodies and enjoy. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting small businesses and designers like me. It really means a lot to all of us. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.